Hi, dear students. This is Leonardo Alba. I just want to make this presentation to summarize all about the process approach, and at the same time you can study for tomorrow's quiz. As I told you before, the quiz is not gonna be difficult, so this is just to remind you some important issues related to this methodology or writing methodology. First, we have to remember that we have 4 stages: pre-writing, drafting, revising, and editing stage, which is the last one. Let's get started with pre-writing. So here we can see just a couple of points that we must take into account in the pre-writing stage. In this stage stimulates students' creativity. Students elaborate their outline. Teacher asks students to think about the purpose of their writing. A student generates and organizes their ideas, and writing starts formally. Remember that in this stage, you basically have to look for information about the topic that you wanna write about, and organize your ideas and start to write. But I mean, like freely writing. I mean, without paying attention too much to the different details. In this stage, as in the next one, there is no intervention from the teacher, so it is like more an autonomous work. Let's continue with drafting. The drafting stage, students start writing without paying attention to grammatical and mechanical errors. Grammatical mistakes, as the name says, is grammar mistakes in terms of tense, spelling, punctuation, and mechanical errors has to do with all the linking words or the cohesive devices that tomorrow I'm going to explain you a little bit more about it. All the connectors that we use in English. In the drafting stage, we focus on content, basically the global idea of the writing, and finally we focus on organize ideas and the argument, and plan better their piece of writing or your piece of writing. And in the first stage, you just organize, look for information, and start writing. But in this case, you plan better, as I wrote here, and organize your ideas. That's the purpose of the drafting stage. Then comes the revising. In this stage, students improve their piece of writing by paying attention to his point of view, basically to the thesis statement, and all the things that you will include in your writing work. Focus on content and the order of the piece of writing. So in this stage, now you start to organize and focus on the content. In this stage, it's important to highlight that you don't focus on grammar and mechanical errors yet. You continue just writing, and you focus on content and the order. That is basically what you have to do. You select or substitute or delete information, and in this stage is the stage in which the teacher intervenes if required. If you need help in this stage, the teacher is going to be there to help you to answer to all your questions, or in case you have doubts or questions about your piece of writing and the content and all those things. And finally, the editing stage. This is the stage in which the teacher takes place, the teacher intervention, in which the teacher proofread and feedback. The proofreading is when I start reading your pieces of writing. Okay, I start to identify all the things and all your mistakes, and I'm going to start to use in this stage all the correction code that I made the introduction of that correction code in the yesterday class. So in this case is where I start to read your work, and then I provide you feedback on your work. I provide suggestions regarding your piece of writing. A student check their piece of writing to refine it. It means to make it better, to refine it. Students correct their writing, taking into account the feedback. That is very important because they are connected. Here I intervene, and then you take into account all those or all that feedback and my comments in order to revise and correct all your things. And finally, students handling final version after proofreading, because you proofread too, and correct all your mistakes. So that's all, guys. Hope to see you tomorrow, and thank you very much for your collaboration and attention. Bye.